Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to show you basically, as you know, the workaround that I'm working with for ETFs is pretty straightforward. I can basically scan mutual funds and indices for particular sectors by country. Because I'm with RBC Direct Investment out of Canada, I'm only limited to, as I said earlier in another video, basically options with stocks as the underlying, the ETFs and stocks, and I can only focus on Canada and US. So in order to figure out what the best ways to trade ETFs is to basically run scans for both indices and mutual funds and then try to determine if those are nice hot sectors to look at, and then from there, from a human perspective, or manually look for the highest performing ETFs for those particular sectors. So essentially what I'm saying is that you can still use this system that I've got, the AK-47, but just use it to identify sectors. I've already put up a video identifying some pretty hot stock potentials, which out of that you can maybe get some ETF sectors that are worth looking into, which I revealed in my previous video. So in this particular segment, I just want to show you the difference between US and Canada from both indices and a mutual funds point of view. First of all, you can just check out the size of scans that my system can capture for both mutual funds. Now, this is for all of the US right here. Now, when you look at Canada, it's only capturing maybe a total of 5. That's how small the Canadian market is. And when you look at the actual, let me just get rid of this. When you look at the actual spreadsheet and what it generates, it's paltry. It's not even worth looking at. But I just want to show you just the number of US mutual funds versus Canada. So we only have 5 for Canada and quite a lot for US. Let's also do the same thing for indices. Now, for indices, it's only generating 6 files. Out of that, you have a lot for US. So this is why I don't put Canada as a priority. It does okay for UK, it does okay for Australia, but overall it's still not good enough. And I can say the same thing about Europe, but with Germany there's a few as well, but again I can only focus on US and Canada through my broker. So for now, I just want to show you just the Canadian side on what's available. First of all, based upon the size, it's very easy to tell if it's 25K only. It's an empty file. This is what it looks like. I'll just say no data. Okay, so just so you're aware of that when you download these files. Also, if you go into this one for, let's say, 26K, there's some data, but I'll just show you the paltry guidance that we could look at for the ETF, or for indices or mutual fund. I mean, it's not good. Like, it's puny. 0.36, 1.19, when I have other ones showing some really good numbers. So if I look at anything that's worthy of looking at, maybe this 30K file might be worthwhile, which is a wireless. So let's take a look at its performance and its guidance for that. So here it is. So you can see the EPS. It's tiny. Like, there is no EPS. Some are negative. This one maybe for TELUS, but it's worth not really putting money on when you can get other assets with a higher guidance. So this is something I wouldn't even worth investigate. So let's check out some. I think we just looked at mutual funds, I believe. Let me just check that. No. So we just looked at the range of indices. So let's take a look at some of the Canadian ones. Again, anything that's not 25K. So you have, again, the only one worthwhile looking at. You can look at one of these. I already did that in previously. Again, tiny earnings per share for the guidance. Not too good. I'm not. To be honest, I'm not even impressed with it. So the only one that's worthy of even investigating is the wireless sector. So let's just check that out. So again, Talos is the only one, but I have money I can put on for better guidance. So to be honest, it's kind of useless. Here's a few other ones: BCE and Rogers, but their guidance is just crappy. So I'm not. I mean, they may be hot sectors within Canada, but I can put my money elsewhere in the States. So just want to show that to you. Now I'm going to look at, in the next segment, look at the US indices and US mutual funds. And this will help determine what are going to be the hot sectors for my ETF choices. Hopefully that'll help out. But again, I got to keep reminding people, this is just an idea. I still need to validate these.